Stop trusting AI chat tools for data analysis. They're going to lie to you and you won't even know it happened. Let me show you why, and more importantly, what to do instead. But first, make sure you favorite or save this video so you can come back to it later because it's a bit of a long one. The problem starts with something called a context window. If you already know what that is, skip ahead a few seconds. A context window is how much information an AI model can hold at one time. Letters, numbers, bits of visual data, all of it counts against this limit. If you upload a large transcript or a CSV file with lots of columns and rows, you've probably already overfilled it. The AI can't even see all the material you provided. Any analysis it attempts will be based on incomplete data, giving you false results right out of the gate. But that's just the first problem. The second problem is context, not the window, just plain old context. Give an AI a list of test scores and it has no idea what those scores mean. A score of 85 might be excellent for one grade, but terrible for another. Different age groups, different exam times, different acceptable ranges. The AI doesn't know any of this unless you explicitly tell it. The third problem makes everything worse. AI chat tools have a bias toward action. They want to help you, so they'll guess. They'll read part of your data set, the bit that they can still see, and assume the rest matches. Sometimes they'll completely misunderstand the file you uploaded, but use knowledge from your past chats to give you answers that sound good and have nothing to do with your actual data. Now, when you put it all together, limited data visibility, limited understanding of meaning, and a willingness to make things up just to please you, that's not a good combination when you need hard facts from large data sets. What you need instead are tools that let the AI understand your data structure, grasp what the data means, and filter or sort information without loading everything into that context window at once. Generally, you're going to need to build a platform like this, and here are the tools you should build into any analysis platform. First, you need a field guide. This tells the AI what each column represents, what type of data it contains, numbers, dates, categories, and any special notes you want to include. Things like scores range from a 0 to 100, or dates use this format, or scores over 50 for users under 12 years old are great. Think of it like a legend on a map. Second, a preview window. This grabs 10 to 20 random rows from your data set so the AI can get a feel for the data without loading the whole thing. It's like flipping through a few pages of a book instead of reading it cover to cover. Third, you need a size checker. This counts how many rows match your filters before actually loading them. It helps the AI decide whether to load the data or just calculate statistics, like asking, how many results will I get, before you hit the search button. Fourth, you need a smart search tool. This lets the AI grab only the specific rows and columns it needs. You can filter by conditions, equals, greater than, contains, etc. And then the AI can sort the results. No more loading your entire spreadsheet when you only need a slice of it. Fifth, you need a calculator. This does math operations, sums, averages, counts, minimums, maximums, things like that without loading all the raw data. Ask for a total without showing every single cell. That's what the AI can do. Sixth, and this is a big one, you need a summary tool. This is your powerhouse for big data sets. Instead of reading thousands of rows, it gives the AI instant insights. For categories, it shows the top values and how often they appear. For numbers, it can calculate the minimums, maximums, average, median, distribution charts, things like that. For dates, it would reveal trends over time and patterns by month or week or day. And done properly, it can even create pivot tables. And those will show the AI how one thing breaks down by another, like sales by region or sales by product. All of this happens without overwhelming the AI's memory if you give it the tool. Seventh, you need a comparison tool. This does side-by-side analysis of multiple files, finds which column exists in both files, which values overlap, how row counts differ. Perfect for when you're comparing Q1 versus Q2 data, for example. Eighth, you need a connector tool. This finds matching records across two files. So matching across customer IDs or usernames, and see who appears in both your sales file and your support tickets file. These tools together solve the problems I mentioned earlier. The AI doesn't need to hold your entire data set in memory. It doesn't have to guess what your numbers mean because you've given it a field guide with your own notes. And it can't make things up because it's forced to use and read the data through specific tools. Now, that sounds like a lot of tools, but building these isn't as hard as you might think. Platforms like Replit, Claude Code, or even ChatGPT Codex can help you create your own analysis tools for accurate AI analysis. You don't need to be a professional developer to get started. If you do get stuck along the way, use the link in my bio to book a help call, and I will help walk you through setting this up for yourself. But what you need to do is stop letting AI lie to you about your data.